Germany's ramping up. Like, we're going to support Ukraine. We're not going to give Russia an inch.
Russia's going to make ground in the next 3 or 4 months. And so there's just no reason for them to pause things now or do a ceasefire. If you know that you're going to be in a much stronger negotiating position 2 or 3 months from now, which I think Russia will be, why would you make peace now? If the belief is NATO escalation, NATO advancement, and expansion causes war, well, what does that mean after Ukraine? Like, what about Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Finland, Sweden, Poland, all these other countries?
I don't understand why they're doing this. So I recently saw like a mass drone strike on Ukraine. It was like 800 Shaheds or something.
Oh, it's crazy.
And they like got 95% of them though with anti-air.
God forbid, can you imagine this happening in the United States?
The question is it going to continue to work? Everyone's been following, the Vector lawsuit. Did you read the filing?
I read most of it. I haven't made it through all the exhibits yet, but I found the filing and I've read through most of it.
I mean,
which I enjoyed. It's good filing. Very well written.
Very well written. I don't know if Jack, if you can pull up the pull up the Bobby Salaki post. Let's start with Bobby. You know that Bobby Salaki guy?
I didn't see his post. Wait, no.
He's this like drone influencer. He's supposed to come on the podcast soon.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's pretty good.
What did he say? Was he criticizing?
Well, he's going at him, bro.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I think I saw.
There's a lot of drama.
Was he the one that was like, "Oh, this isn't how you do a press release or PR thing or whatever"?
I don't know. He just kind of like hated on the guy.
Okay. I saw a few GPT generated ones, which I didn't particularly like.
Wait, GPT generated against Vector?
Yeah. So they were like, this isn't just a lawsuit. This is, unbundling or I don't even know. I don't know how to GPT.
I mean, look, my take, I read the case. I read the court filing. And we'll post the filing in the show notes. We should definitely so people can read it. But while Jack's pulling this up, I read the filing. And one of the things that stood out is part of the claims against the company, against Vector, is like that the guy, Mattis, apparently, he broke the non-compete.
Mm-hmm.
So... like no one cares about non-competes anymore, though. So I don't think that's going to hold up in court.
It's enforceable in Utah, which is where they're based and where the filing is.
It's enforceable, but like people don't enforce it. Is what I mean.
Yeah.
We'll see. Depends on the judge.
Yeah. Well,
I
mean.
Oh, here we go. This is actually good right here. So this is Bobby. I said Salaki. It's Sakaki.
Oh, this is not GPT generated.
No.
This is a great post.
He's getting at him here.
Great in terms of not the underlying content necessarily, but you can tell. He hammered this out.
He hates grifters. And this is happening in my backyard.
Yeah, read it out.
So many of you have asked me in private, what does Vector do? They do integrations using COTS hardware that myself and various vendors provide them. Little to zero differentiation from what's available on the market. Minimal PMF. Hella patriotism, though. But IMO, that doesn't build product or defense capabilities. And then he tags them all. And then he tags the link to the news about the lawsuit.
Interesting.
I mean, pretty aggressive.
Pretty aggressive. Very aggressive.
Have you ever gotten this aggressive on LinkedIn before?
No, and it's so surprising to see such an aggressive post from someone whose profile picture seems like such a cute little corgi.
I know. It's a corgi. It's like, fuck, dude, the corgis are coming at me. Jeez. Okay, wait, now go to Andy's post about how this is my favorite part of the whole thing, though.
His post?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So here's what's good about it. The part where he talks about they're meant for the fire. Oh, I don't even know the right words. We got to get the post. But it's like
this is why we built this.
No. Here we go. Yeah, you may have seen in the news that RedCat Holdings, $1 billion market cap, publicly traded company, is suing our startup Vector, which is barely over a year old. Okay, blah, 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 blah. I like the part at the end here where it goes, we can take the heat because that's what we're built for. Who's ready to run with us?
He ends all of his posts with "Who's ready to run with us?"
And dash VO emojis and the dash VO one.
What is that supposed to mean?
I think it's dash Vector. I think it's Vector 1. I don't know. It seems cool as fuck though.
I don't know. It's like a call sign.
Yeah, I think it's the call sign.
Okay.
So, anyways, run with us. Like, run with us to jail or I mean, where are we running? No, I mean, honestly, okay. I'm gonna take sides here because it's popcorn time and we have no actual legal ramifications for picking a side. But honestly, I'm probably on the side of Vector because
they're the underdog.
Well, they're the upstart, and also like I read that whole filing. It seemed like they're just kind of jealous,
I think that I don't really have an opinion until discovery in future filings because I think
that's not American. It's American to fire off your opinion.
Well, no. So here's the thing. I do think that, yes, you're right. Non-competes are not super enforceable in Utah. They kind of are compared to like a California per se, or some of the other states that outlawed them. But the central tension, I think, is essentially RedCat is saying that since Mattis left, the day that he left, or even before he left RedCat, he was already conspiring to do drones at Vector.
Yeah.
Vector announced the Hammer in July.
All right, first of all, can we talk about the Hammer? What a name.
It's a
Hammer.
It's a name, yeah.
Dude, it's very aggressive.
It's a drone interceptor, for those who don't know.
And it's going to hammer the shit out of you.
It's going to hammer. It is.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's fiber optic, so it's an unjammable hammer. You can't stop the thing from hammering.
I mean, I called Olaf and I said, your company's over, bro. Got the hammer. Now the hammer's out. Like, what are you going to stop? How are you going to stop that shit?
Stop the hammer.
Yeah.
But anyway, they unveiled this in July 2025. I think Mattis officially left Teal/RedCat in like April 2024. The non-competes for a year. So in theory, if he wasn't working on a drone internal to Vector until a year after that, and then he wasn't infringing on the non-compete.
Yeah.
So that's something that's going to come out in Discovery, or in theory at least. Like, were they working on a drone while he was still in his 1 year non-compete? And then the other thing that they're going to hammer him on, no pun intended, is he signed, and I think this was much longer than a year, he signed an agreement to not solicit former RedCat employees.
That, I think they can get him on.
I think they hired a bunch.
So that, if they did, I don't really know, but that one is more enforceable than the non-compete.
Correct.
The solicit stuff is tough to come back from. Like, they'll at least get fined, you know, not like, they don't go out of business. But
and then the other thing, too, is their non-compete specifically applied within the geographic region of Utah, and Vector, for whatever reason, set up their manufacturing facility in Utah.
They're manufacturing the hammer there?
I think they're making the hammer with hammers in Utah.
The hammer seems like the name of a sex toy, to be honest to me. Not really like a weapon of war.
It could be. It could be both.
I mean,
could be both.
Something. Okay, so let's pull up a picture of Matt. I need Mattis. We got to see this guy.
He's young, I think.
He's a young buck.
Graduated high school around. Oh, he's
31.
30s?
I think 31.
I guess
I don't know.
I'm
Let's
younger
see.
than him then.
Mattis. Mad Dog.
M-A-T-U-S.
Mad Dog Mattis. No, I know. It's M-A-T-U-S.
Yeah.
It's M-A-T. No, it's not George Mattis. Oh, no, it is George Mattis.
Yeah, isn't that so funny?
I know. All right, let's pull. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. I mean, guilty as charged. I think that, I don't know. I don't see it. We'll see.
I mean, so here's the other thing, too.
Innocent until proven guilty in America, bro.
Here's the other thing. I will say, if you want to read the filing, the first part's interesting. It very quickly gets into whiny territory, like the last half.
It does. It starts
it's like we spent millions of dollars in R&D, and you know they're trying to build a drone, and they're taking the R&D from us.
Dude, honestly, they sound like they're crybabies.
It's a little crybaby.
Business is war, like, and this shit happens all the time.
Do you know what I think, Steve? I think you're just worried because you previously were at DoorDash, and you're worried that DoorDash is going to listen to this podcast. And they're going to say, "Wait a second, that's the machine gun that we built at DoorDash," and steal it.
Dude, honestly, if they did that, that would be amazing for me. I would be like, DoorDash needs the gun turret. Massive market. Obviously, they're coming at me because it's such a good product.
What if there was a DoorDash codename project where they built those little Coco delivery robots with turrets on the top, and that's what you're essentially stealing?
Oh my God, that would be so amazing. Or what if DoorDash was like, we need escorts for our robo-taxis?
100%. I actually posted about this.
People are stealing the food.
Yeah.
And they need it.
That's what we're going to have with Waymo.
Dude, honestly, if Andy Fang called me and was like, I need that turret, I mean, I'd probably give it to him.
Yeah, of course.
I mean,
they need it.
Dude.
Maybe put a laser on instead, or like a sonic weapon that just like destroys your eardrums.
This isn't like a corporate secret, so they're not going to get at me for this, but they've been trying to do like drone delivery, like food drone delivery for a long time. And, you know, I talked to them when I was there for a while, and they were just like, they were so hung up on the build versus buy of like build your own drone design specifically for this mission versus like buy, like work with some vendor to like.
Why wouldn't they just buy it?
I mean, they really want to. Like,
I see.
It's just like hard to find someone that's like wants to build for that use case, you know?
Have they considered the Vector hammer?
I mean, dude, we're hammering people with Big Macs. I mean, I think that's a growth market. Vector's dual use.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So how
I
do you
will
think this, how do you think this plays out though? Like I think there's a settlement. There's no court.
Well, I mean, I think there's a question here, which is, does Vector have enough money to actually fight the lawsuit? I mean, certainly it's going to scare their cap table. I mean, maybe some of their cap table ponies up and is like, hey, we're going to support you through this. But these lawsuits are expensive. And then especially anything that's like a trade secret or IP related lawsuit, the amount you're going to have to hire in experts, the amount that discovery is going to cost, the amount that both counsels are going to go back and forth with and refuse to bring anything to discovery because that would reveal further trade secrets and stuff.
I agree. I mean, shit. When I got sued, when I sold to DoorDash and I got sued by an advisor, we basically just had to settle. Even though we were going to clearly win, DoorDash lawyers were just like, no, we're not going to court.
Yeah.
Like, we don't even care about this. This is so, we make more money in 20 seconds than this court case
it's
will
just not
cost.
worth it.
They're just like, get out of here, little boy. They basically just told me to shut up. They were like, no, we're done here.
And like, you know, I assume that RedCat does want to kill Vector. So, I mean, there's no reason for them to really settle in this case. It's
Do you
more
know
just
are you familiar with the business model they're going after?
For
It's actually
Vector?
pretty smart. I think.
modern warfare as a service?
Yeah, but like, well, that's like the tagline. But I think what they're doing is pretty smart. Where they come in and they go after like the training, they train you,
Mhm.
but then they like are like, and then you use the hammer. Obviously,
Yeah, it's good BD.
it's like a really good sales channel.
Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder why they're even making their own drone, though. I mean, to that guy, to the Corgi guys.
I mean, to
post.
capture more of the revenue, right? If you have the customer relationship, then why not also have the product?
Yeah,
but
I mean, that's fair.
it does kind of
It's
mess
like
up.
lock-in.
But it
It's
kind of
like
messes
vendor
up your
lock-in.
partners. You know, like you could sit in the middle of the channel and position all of the different companies, and you could take a cut
Mhm.
instead of actually making the product, and then have the customer channel on the other side. But I guess they'd rather just own the whole thing.
Yeah, I think they're just going for the full stack, essentially. And I mean, you're right. There is an argument for it because now you're also locking someone into the product that you specifically train them on.
Yeah.
But, you know, clearly in context of what has unfolded, it has turned out to not be a good decision for
But
them.
I think there's probably more margin in training and having the customer relationship than there is in selling an FPV.
Oh, 100%.
Because the FPV, because I don't even know if the hammer. Well, because like an FPV, like these are getting commoditized very fast, like
Yeah, of
across the
course.
board. And so, like, how much margin can you really make on FPVs at scale? Like in 5 years from now, I don't think that much, to be honest. Like,
No, I think a lot of the value is going to be in the software layer, to be honest.
yeah, but the software layer is done by the vendor. They're not gonna there's not gonna be like one software layer across all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that people want to do that.
Well, I mean, more on the autonomy side. I
Yeah.
don't think you're going to have, I think you are going to have some consolidation on the autonomy side.
Do you think that there will be like a software package that is on all that the government puts on all the drones?
I think kind of in the way that Palantir has generated so much lock-in via the government, in the sense that like you have to now use Palantir for a lot of things. You're probably going to see something similar play out on the autonomy side, where you know the government strongly advises you to use certain providers and things like that.
Did we talk about the Palantir on the last time? Did we talk
I don't
about?
think so.
Did we talk about Foundry?
We talked about the Anduril jammer on the last.
No, that
episode.
was great. Yeah,
War's over.
The war's over. Pack your bags, boys. War's over. Did the Palantir? Is it called Foundry? Have you
Yeah,
seen that?
Foundry. That's right.
Yeah, that's a pretty. Oh no, it was another guest I had on. We were laughing our ass off because like it's basically like they're trying to sell us like an ERP system.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Have you looked at AIP?
what's that?
It's their other offering. I actually like it a lot.
AIP.
AIP.
What is
Yeah.
it? Pull that up.
It's
is there a webpage
uh,
on that?
Yeah, of course.
Palantir
I love
AIP.
free advertising for Palantir.
I mean, they need it. Their market cap's not high enough.
That's true. Yeah, especially after their last earnings, I think it only went up like 7 or 8%. So
It's terrible.
I think they're only worth like 350 billion. It's kind of sad, actually. I feel bad. For
I mean, their
them.
PE is 500, but their forward PE is 100.
Oh, okay.
So that means people think they're going to go 5x in the next
Uh-huh.
year.
That seems very reasonable.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, I think probably that's on the low side. I would say more like 20 or 30x.
You think so?
No. But I do like AIP, and for anyone listening,
Dude,
out
you got me
there-
so hyped. I was about to buy the stock. I was like, shit.
You should.
I was
You
like,
should.
shit.
Yeah, what are you doing? I actually messaged some friends at Palantir asking them if I could use this as an individual, and they were like, "No."
Okay, this
unfortunately."
actually looks pretty sick.
isn't that sick?
First of all, it just looks cool.
It's essentially like kind of the integration hub, central operating system layer for like a lot of LLM workflows. So if you're like a supply chain company, it's so funny that I'm pitching Palantir AIP on
Whatever.
the podcast right now.
That's good. This is what we do here.
But if you're a supply chain company or anything like that, you can essentially create these dashboards, many of which are LLM powered. And, you know, you can be doing simple things like hey, everything in this inbox where you get an invoice, extract all the data via this LLM from PDFs and put it into the structured database and display it this way in a dashboard. And so you have this kind of like real-time tracker. Yeah, it's pretty cool, and it's going very well.
Who buys this?
Fortune 500s. They are now trying to go down market, so they have like Palantir for Builders, where they're paying people money and credits to use AIP for their startups. So I have a portfolio company that uses it now. Actually.
Oh shit, Palantir for Builders.
Palantir
it sounds
for
like
builders.
Valinor for builders.
Palantir for men in the arena is what they wanted to call it originally, I'm sure.
Did you see the, we talked about Valinor, right?
I don't think so.
What, you know that one?
What is that?
The Haven for Builders.
No.
Pull up Valinor's website. This is my favorite. I keep trying to get this woman on the podcast, but she's too busy heads down building. That's what she tells me every time. But I'm gonna get her.
I think it's true.
She's heads down.
I
building.
trust her.
This is a General Catalyst backed consultancy.
Wait, so what is it?
Here, so check it out. Well,
it's a good last name.
Oh yeah, for sure. American. Yeah. It's so American. Julie Bush.
Yeah.
Here we go.
How many problems others don't?
Oh yeah. So basically, what they do. You haven't seen this company yet? So it's another. Just so you know, it's another Lord of the Rings company.
Oh great.
Valinor, Palantir. That's why. By the way, I bridged to this because we're on Lord of the Rings right now.
Have you considered renaming ACS to
Sauron's Lair?
Andorol, perhaps? I'm just kidding.
Andorol Control Systems?
Maybe that's the acquisition pitch to Palmer. It's like, hey, we need a Lord of the Rings name. Everyone has taken them. Just the thing that makes sense here is for you to acquire us.
Yeah. Well, I want to be one of the bad guys, though. Like Sauron.
Okay. Like a Palantir. Wasn't Palantir bad, or what?
No, Palantir is the Seeing Stone.
Okay.
But it is kind of evil. It's evil.
Yeah.
Actually, Palantir is fucking awesome now that I think about it. Because Palantir is like, you got Andorol, which is clearly like the good one.
Yeah, of
and
course.
Then Palantir. I wonder if they have like a back.
They have Erebor now too, you know.
Yeah, Erebor. But we'll talk about that in a second.
What is this?
Here's the picture. We'll put this picture up, but I'm going to describe it for the listeners. So you've got Valinor, which is equity financed, meaning they raised venture.
Okay.
And now they have the ability to do debt financing because of their balance sheet. Because,
So they're using equity dollars to finance debt?
No. Yes. And then what they do is they incubate product companies within their thing, and they have a go-to-market team that sells it for them. So they find builders. They call them builders, which is incredibly lame. And then they're like, you build here. Don't build in your own company. Just build under the Valinor umbrella, and we will help you sell it.
I've seen a lot of these companies pop up. There's a private equity one doing this now. I don't know if I should give them a shout out or not. Not that I have anything against them, but I've already given 2 or 3 free ones. But they have like
no,
hundreds
you can give free shout outs here. I don't care. You don't have to say it.
No, I think, I should message them and then next, negotiate a deal. And then for the next time that I come on the ultimatum, I'll
the ultimatum.
But anyway, they have like hundreds of thousands of square footage in Colorado Springs with skiff space.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing, but it's a private equity model, which is frankly probably even a worse deal for the founder. They're giving the founder like 5% of the company, if that. And that was actually one of the funny things about the RedCat filing, by the way, is I don't think it was a good deal for Teal Drones, which is Mattis's company.
No, they got acquired for $10 million.
$10 million, yeah. And I'm assuming that he raised before that, so I don't know.
Maybe he was bitter. He didn't get paid, and then he went to start a new company.
But even that, the filing, maybe, yeah. That's probably the thing. It was probably very easy for Vector to hire him away. It's like, we'll pay you the same salary. He didn't make that much. And then
really, RedCat fucked up.
I don't know.
Pay the guy what he's worth.
Well, what I will say is that the filing was a little bit whiny. Like there was a piece where it was basically like he was very ungrateful. We gave him, despite us giving him a $50,000 raise when he went from Teal Drones to RedCat Holdings.
Oh my God! Actually, talking about someone's ungratefulness in a filing is very, very, very bitch.
And it was like, we only suspected this after Andy Yakulis went on and talked about the Vector Hammer on Fox News. Like, we always assumed that Mattis had our best intentions in mind. We had no reason to think otherwise.
They're like playing a victim.
Basically, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You would think there'd be a little more edge in $1 billion company.
Yeah. Again, I will say that we'll wait to see discovery and what gets filed. I imagine that they have.
I think we should tailgate the court case. Like, we should sit outside the courthouse and tailgate.
So
dude, we get fucking hammered.
That'd be sick, dude. We can go to Utah. I would love to go to Utah.
Dude, we tailgate it. Like
Yeah.
we do
Well, we can go inside. We can listen.
and we do live Journal Ultimatum from outside.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, we go
Yeah.
Technology Brothers style.
Do you have an artist at ACS who can do like the court portraits too?
Oh, yeah.
Inside.
Oh, definitely.
Like the cartoon of Annie Euclidis.
We're just in there fucking hammering Miller Lights.
I don't think this is gonna make it to trial, unfortunately.
No, it's not. But if it does, we're gonna tailgate it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, wait. So the operating model. So this model is basically saying, I am a channel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a channel, and I will find builders.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I have struggled with this, and maybe I'm just totally wrong here, so I could just be wrong, but if you're like an entrepreneur like me, I'm an entrepreneur.
You get adverse selection is what you're trying to say.
I just can't see myself doing something like this because I'm putting my whole life and my soul into like building my product and trying to sell it.
Right.
Like, why would I be like, okay, what I'm going to do is give you most of the upside and I'm going to build under your umbrella. I don't get it.
I don't know what they're doing specifically, but what I will say is these models in general, I don't mean defense, but like call it the accelerator incubator model, where you pay a founder a very small percentage of the company. You get adverse selection in the sense that, to your point, you're not going to get the Steve Simonis of the world. You're going to get something else that would accept that deal, which is kind of not very generous. For defense specifically, what you could argue if you were building this is that there is a small but exquisite class of savants who just want to build the thing.
Yeah.
And they don't want to sell it. And they don't want to work with DoD and they don't want to deal with it. They just want you to take care of it.
They want to like build, they're patriots. They don't care about the huge upside.
Yeah.
But they are good to build it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
And that's actually what a lot of Cyber mills are. I mean, Cyber mills is obviously a derogatory term, but like some of them, not all of them, but some of them are guys like that who just want to do R&D grants essentially and build cool products that the DoD asks for and then just not ever worry about them being commercialized.
Yeah, that's true. So you could argue that that's this.
I don't know enough about it.
Well, this is why we need her on the podcast.
You need to get her on the podcast.
To explain
She's
to me.
too busy building.
She needs to explain. Well, she's too busy finding builders.
Yeah. Which you could argue is a form of building.
That is true. That's true. It's meta. It's meta building.
Yeah.
You're building at the meta
You're
layer.
building builders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
she is both the marble and the sculptor.
Yeah. Well, no, if we get her on, she can explain to us why this is good.
Mm-hmm. Can you scroll down a little bit?
Yeah,
is there anything else in here? We're already underway with our first set of builders.
Oh my God, we need
Builder
to
set one.
dude. We need to do like meet the builders. Dude, we could get the builders. Oh, we get the builders on the podcast.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Although I wonder if they have it in their agreement they can't do media.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah.
But I think you should get her on for sure.
Well, anyways.
I mean, this is like one of those things that could work. It's just kind of hard to know without knowing the details. But
I mean, if you're a venture, like if you're a General Catalyst who wrote the deal, right? They led the round.
Sure.
Like, I just gotta like figure out like, well, I would love to see their memo. Just like, here's why this is going to be a $60 billion company.
I mean, I think the argument is, and I have not read the memo, but the argument is whether or not a technology makes it to DoD and then therefore makes it to the warfighter is not always about the technology, or at least just the technology. It's also about the DoD government relations BD game.
Oh, totally. I think that's over half of it.
And that's probably their thesis is like, hey, we're just going to build a very fine-tuned, repeatable engine around the BD aspects. And then we'll go into these weird amorphous technical networks at universities and FFRDCs and wherever else and just pick out the good technology.
I mean, I think you've convinced me. ACS needs to be one of the builders.
I think you need to meet the builders.
I mean, fuck.
Yeah, you need to meet the builders for sure.
Maybe
ACS Bullfrog becomes part of the builder set cohort too.
I mean, kind of stoked on it right now. I might need to.
Have I converted you?
Yeah, I think yeah. You should. Do you work at Valinor?
Can't say. I can't disclose.
Can't disclose.
An NDA.
All right, so you are obviously probably our most expert witness on Ukraine that comes on the podcast.
I appreciate that.
Although we do have some Ukrainians that have been reaching out saying they need to come on because they've been
to dispute everything that I've said.
No, to like to talk. They really just want to share what's happening,
Mm-hmm.
But you're pretty good, so we'll go with what we got.
Yeah.
What's the latest? We're getting peace.
What's the latest?
Well, we got the Trump thing coming, right?
Yeah. Well, so I don't know when you're going to release this episode, but the Peace Summit. The Peace Summit's on Friday, I think. It's August 12th right now, and they're meeting in Alaska, the home of Swords Folly. So I hope. I don't know if I predict this, but I hope that Trump gives a speech about that. They said this was one of the worst purchases ever, but we decided to buy it And he turned out to be very smart. So much oil in Alaska. One of the best. They're calling it one of the best deals ever. Swords Folly.
It's a deal that I would have done.
Anyway, I'm very pessimistic about it. I mean, please keep this part in if I turn out to be very wrong.
Yeah.
But I think if you look at the kind of pre-deal terms of like what both sides are floating, it's more or less the same thing that was floated a few months ago when I was last on the podcast. Lavrov, the foreign minister of Russia, had just met with Rubio, and essentially everything that they were asking for, which in my opinion was not only outrageous, but it was pre-negotiations. It was basically, please remove all troops from eastern Ukraine, and please acknowledge all these different oblasts, like regions, as part of Russia, and then we'll start negotiating. And my understanding, I haven't looked at it super deeply, but my understanding is that the context of the peace summit this Friday is more or less the same.
Yeah. Well, Russia wants like half of Ukraine.
More or less.
And then,
yeah. But they want Ukraine to agree to giving away half of Ukraine before they negotiate the actual deal.
Yeah.
So like the metaphor would be, you're running a let's say a SaaS business or whatever. And I'm your competitor. And I say, hey, I want to acquire you, Steve. And you're like, great. How much are you going to offer? And I said, well, Steve, before we negotiate, I want you to close your business.
Yeah.
And then we negotiate for your business.
Yeah.
That's basically what they're doing.
Sounds like a good deal for me. Close it down.
You should do it.
Cut my costs.
You should do it.
Cut my
Trust
costs,
me, please. No, I mean, I think failed peace summits is an important step in the sense that like you make progress on both sides. And that's part of the Russian calculus too, is like, you just want to reframe everything. And this is what Trump does too, obviously. Out of the deal. They're setting their initial starting point as, hey, if you want to deal with us, you have to remove all troops from eastern Ukraine. You have to do this. You have to do this. You have to agree to not join NATO. You agree to not have security guarantees. And then, they negotiate that down essentially. But the reality of where the conflict is right now.
But Putin's anchoring way right. Like,
super right.
He's like anchoring hard.
Yeah.
But that's a Trump move,
It is.
anchoring.
Yeah, no, it's.
So Trump's going up there to get him off his anchor? Probably be like, hey, bro, don't anchor so hard.
I don't know what the underwriting is from the Trump perspective. I think from the Putin perspective, it doesn't cost him anything to do this. And then the upside is that, in theory, this gets blamed on Ukraine. Like if Putin in a meeting with Trump says, hey, the Donbass is part of Russia, the Russians in the Donbass want to be part of Russia. It's insane that Ukraine doesn't acknowledge that. Trump then goes to Ukraine and Zelensky and says, well, he's right. Like, why don't you do this? Like, in other words, the upside for the peace summit is Putin gets Trump to re-side with Putin on some of these core issues, which then forces Zelensky to be adversarial and antagonistic to Trump. And then it's like a replay of the Oval Office meeting almost a few months ago or the beginning of this year.
I mean, in reality, though, like Germany's fucking ramping up. Like,
all of them. Yeah, all of them.
And I think they're basically saying,
you should get Ryan Mattal on your podcast.
Dude, hell yeah.
That'd be sick.
Have you seen the Ryan Mattal Wall Street Bets meme?
No.
Did I ever send you that?
No.
Hold on.
But their stock is pumping. I'm not surprised that they're on there.
Hold on. This is like the best thing ever. There's like a great, I think I can find it.
I think you should bring on their like CTO or something, like some crazy German engineer.
Dude, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, what a great company.
I mean, they build crazy stuff.
They're all staffing up. Like, I mean, they're all like beating the war drums now in Europe. They're all spending a lot of money.
Course.
They're just basically, I think they're kind of just saying, F you, US. We're just going to handle this. Like,
we're
going to support Ukraine and we're not going to give Russia an inch.
Yeah.
And I think Zelensky is probably going to be like galvanized by that and not actually give it up.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The other reason why the peace summit's candidly not going to work is you have like, it's mid-August now. You have like 2-3 months of like fighting season left before everything gets too cold to fight. And then, after the winter, everything turns to mud. So you're not fighting then either. Russia's going to make ground in the next 3 or 4 months. And so there's just no reason for them to pause things now or do a ceasefire. Like they're about to take Pokrovsk. By some reports, they already have it, essentially. And then, we're at this weird point in the war where you have like dozens of kilometers of front line. It's not just like trench against trench like people think it is.
Yeah.
You have these fire teams of like 2, 3, 4, 5 Russians that will just spread out and go everywhere. And then they'll essentially radio back and say, hey, we're at this point on this grid. There's no one here. And then they send reinforcements, essentially. And now if you read the headlines around Pokrovsk and about the Russians making a lot of progress, it's literally that. It's not like Russian tanks advancing dozens of kilometers. It's like random ass regular Russian troops who were like, hey, we walked to this area, no one shot at us. But it causes chaos essentially. Because now the Ukrainians don't even know where front and back is and, you know, what is safe essentially.
Wow. So you're saying that like they're taking more territory technically.
Yeah, but the front line's very porous.
Yeah,
is the point.
mean,
It's like very open.
Yeah, there's no like actual battle line.
Correct. In a lot of parts of the front because it's just too wide and the Ukrainians don't have enough men to staff all of it essentially.
So it's like, yeah, it's not a great situation.
No, I mean, I think it's inevitable that the Russians take a decent amount of territory in the next 2 or 3 months, which again, going back to the peace summit, it's like if you know that you're going to be in a much stronger negotiating position 2 or 3 months from now, which I think Russia will be, why would you make peace now?
Yeah.
And so there's so many reasons that the peace summit this Friday is not going to work.
Yeah.
Again, I think it'll be...
Well, what do you think about what's going to happen in the winter when it starts getting cold again?
You know, I think there's a chance for peace next year. Obviously, it depends on how you define peace, or, you know, what winning looks like in either context for either side. But, you know, like the winter's not bad for Russia either. It's worse for Ukraine because Russia just ramps up their strikes on critical infrastructure. So you have like very, very high heating requirement months because you have to keep everything warm. And then Russia just hammers every single power plant and gas facility. So now the Ukrainians are cold, they don't have power.
And they're like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, they're like, I'm tired.
But they're pretty tough people.
Oh, I mean, the toughest. Ukrainians are, I mean,
yeah.
God forbid, can you imagine this happening in the United States? You know, I'm confident the United States would wake up and be resilient, but the Ukrainian mindset's very unique.
Do you think they can get anyone to come help them, like Poland or something?
With actual troops?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I mean, I think will you see some kind of coalition that supports on the ground an increased capacity in the context of like training and potentially at most like logistics, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to see like Polish troops on the front line or anything like that.
I don't know. The Germans are ready.
The Germans are ready, you think?
They're just coming in.
The Bundeswehr?
The Panzers.
The Bundeswehr.
Panzer.
Rheinmetall has arrived. Where do you want the Japod Panzer?
Bro. Oh my God, I can see you listening to you talking about the Germans.
Oh Lord.
We have 50 Japod Panzers for you.
Tell us where you want them, Zelensky. I can see it. I mean, the Poles are scary though, man. I mean,
dude,
they fought.
They fought. They're mad.
I think they want to. I mean, the Poles of everyone have been the most kind of balls to the wall in terms of what they've said and what they're willing to do. But no, I don't think they're going to.
Because they do not want to see them get closer to them. Like,
well, of course.
They don't want to see that shit.
And you know what I would say is, you know, obviously a lot of people are not pro-Ukrainian, but what I would say to one of the biggest arguments for not being pro-Ukrainian, being anti-Ukrainian, is, you know, the whole narrative around NATO escalation and narrative around like NATO advancement.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you know, allegedly we promised no NATO expansion eastward, and then we expanded eastward. I'm not even going to argue the merits of that. I mean, I could, but just to focus on this point, if that is your belief, if the belief is NATO escalation, NATO advancement, and expansion causes war, well, what does that mean after Ukraine? Like, what about Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Finland, Sweden, Poland, all these other countries? Would it not be just like a repeat of the same thing? Like, these are all, for the most part, newly admitted countries into NATO. And then, you know, more specifically, if you look at what happened in Ukraine in 2014, when you had little green men go over the border and take over Crimea and parts of Luhansk and Donetsk and the Donbass, you know, and allegedly, you know, Russian-speaking populations that essentially wanted Russia to come in and administer these territories for them. If you look at Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia, it's the same thing. Their eastern cities are Russian-speaking, many of them. And many of them, I don't understand the exact context, but before the war, they were almost like dual citizens. It wasn't like an official dual citizenship, but I think the borders were relatively open and porous. So they would run the exact same playbook, basically. Like, hey, these populations in Eastern Estonia, you know, have not supported their countries joining NATO. They don't want to be a part of these countries. They want to rejoin us. And, you know, that's what they're going to do, essentially. And we're going to support that.
Yeah. So, yeah, they'll just keep doing the same argument.
I think so. And then, you know, we get gaslit, Steve. We talked about this last time. Russia's going to be like, we never did this before. What are you talking about? This is
Yeah.
Western propaganda.
It is, and also like this land is, it's ours way back to the Big Bang. Like everyone knows.
John Mearsheimer gets on a podcast, starts talking about how Russia historically has owned Paris, and we are responsible for the Russian invasion of Paris.
We're the aggressors. Yeah, Mearsheimer. What's his book? It's like, what's the book title? It's like Power.
I don't know. I haven't read it. I'm gonna annoy some people with that.
Find me
a
his
lot
book
of people
title.
like
No.
him. I don't have thoughts on him.
First of all, I like him.
You like him?
Well, I've never read any of his shit.
I've never read his shit.
I want to read the title of his book, though.
I read his YouTube, a couple of YouTube things.
There's a book called, there's some book. Look at his Wikipedia.
I'm sure he's a smart guy, right?
Oh, yeah, great. This is the one they all cite. The Great Power, the Tragedy of Great Power Politics.
That's a great title.
It is a very good title.
It's a very good. He has a great name too, John Joseph Mearsheimer.
So good. It's Dave. My investor really likes this guy.
David Sachs.
Yeah, he's always quoting Mearsheimer or whatever.
Tragedy. What? A lot of tragedy books. Tragedy of. Oh no, it's the same one. Okay.
Oh, this Israeli lobby one's probably pretty good.
Oh, interesting.
What's going on? Yeah. So I don't know if you've been following, Republicans. Some Republicans
become very anti-Israel.
Are not liking it anymore.
Yeah.
That's typically the party that's really been pro-Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's I have to switch gears real quick, but you've been following the Gaza stuff. The Israel going into Gaza
very closely. Actually, I'm writing a paper on it.
Are you? Okay, great.
Yeah,
perfect.
Well, not the Gaza stuff, but the Iran-Israel conflict that happened and lessons for Taiwan from it. Yeah, what did I say on that? I mean, I think this actually applies to Ukraine as well. The GWA, the Global War on Terror, I think trained a lot of Americans and specifically Republicans into thinking that every involvement or foreign conflict is a forever war. Which, by the way, I mean, this isn't my opinion on Iran-Israel necessarily, but, in the context of Ukraine at least, again, there's this kind of lazy, I think, assumption of like every war that the U.S. joins becomes this like 15, 20-year conflict. Or, more recently, everything becomes World War III.
Yeah.
So I think the criticism of Republicans against the Iran-Israel conflict is like aspects of both of that. Like, oh, we're getting back in the Middle East. We're getting back in a forever war. Oh, this is going to cause World War III. Like, if you listen to Tucker, I think that was his chief, I haven't listened to him, but I think that was his chief complaint was like, this is going to cause World War III.
I mean, if you listen to Tucker...
What's going on? What's happening?
The American people need to know.
They're saying that we got to support Israel. Well, why do we have to support Israel?
Great, Tucker.
Have you seen the Ted Cruz episode? That was a good one.
No.
Oh, yeah. You haven't seen that?
No. Is it good?
What's the population?
Yeah. I don't know the population of Iran. You're advocating for war against this country and you don't know the population of Iran? You're a sitting senator and you don't know the population of Iran? It's like, I don't know the population, Tucker. I don't need to know the population. And then he like grills him on the Bible later. It's like, where in the Bible does it say that we have to support the state of Israel? And he said, in Genesis.
Bro.
They're talking about the nation state? They're saying in the Bible you should support Benjamin Netanyahu? Is that what it says?
Dude, Tucker is retarded. Do people like still love Tucker? He's a huge fan. I don't know. I feel like he's fallen off.
I think he's pissed off a lot of people. Trump calls him Kooky Tucker now.
Yeah,
he tweets about him.
I mean, Tucker...
Because of the Iran-Israel stuff.
I thought it was because he was talking about how awesome Russian grocery stores are.
Tucker was doing that?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
He's like,
by the way, Ukrainian grocery stores are incredible.
Are they?
Oh, so amazing.
That's surprising.
No, there's one in Kyiv called Le Silpo. Shout out to Le Silpo. They have, you know how Whole Foods has the hot food bar?
Yeah.
They have that, but they also have a caviar bar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Someone's going to clip this and be like, look how they're living in Ukraine. They say that they're at war and their people are dying. They have a caviar bar. But no, it's very nice. They have some good grocery stores. And also the Ukrainians, this all depends on your diet, but they have very good pickled things. They pickle everything. So if you are either, a Jew or Eastern European, or you have a diet that's, accustomed to pickled foods, fermented foods.
I love that.
You love it.
I love pickled
it's
foods.
Great. I love pickled foods too. You should come.
I mean, I'm going.
Yeah, let's go grocery
I
shopping.
have to finish Bullfrog first, and then we'll go.
Okay.
I need an actual, something to give them.
Yeah.
Something
to put on top of the grocery store.
So we recently, you and I went to a movie, or my Ukrainian movie premiere, A Match in a Haystack.
We did.
Yeah, it's
Great
about
movie.
Ukrainian dancers.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't actually watch it, but
I didn't watch it.
It's a documentary.
I had another event I had to go to.
But it follows the Ukrainian dancers through the war, and they lose all their husbands and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole premise of it is, should these women be dancing? Like, or should be helping the war? And the argument they make in the film is that they need to keep living their lives. You know, what are your thoughts on that? I'm torn on it, honestly. They should probably just help in the war effort and stop dancing.
But what does that mean in this case?
Like, they could be helping
fight.
make drones and stuff. Like, everyone mobilized to help the war effort.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not in that situation, so I wish I had a hot take, honestly.
Well, it's not. I'm not saying there's a hot take need. It's just more just like, I do see where they're coming from. It's a gripping, documentary. Obviously, as an executive producer,
I guess what I would say is, humans are exceptionally adaptable, and so I think war zone in history, if you just read the primary sources around it, or now with the benefit of media, obviously you can just watch these documentaries and stuff, people adapt. And so if you are outside looking in, criticizing that war, whether it's, criticizing Israel or criticizing Palestine or criticizing Ukraine or criticizing Russia or whatever, it's so easy to find people still enjoying life in the midst of war, because the reality is they just adapt. And like, yes, they might be living without power. They might be living without any luxury goods or anything, or many, not even basic goods, but they're still happy. The kids are still out in the streets playing. Like my first trip to Ukraine, we had power like 6 hours a day because it was during the summer, and, energy needs are very high and all these power plants were being bombed. You still found kids in the streets playing. And like, even when air raids were going off, like no one even batted an eye.
Humans are really adaptable.
Yeah, and so it's so easy to clip that, essentially. Like, there was a famous clip of these, like, Ukrainian women using Peloton bikes on a rooftop, and this was in Odessa, I think. You could see, like, smoke in the distance.
Yeah.
And, like, the Ukrainian women that posted it was like, they're not going to stop us from living our lives, kind of. And it got a tremendous amount of outside criticism, which is maybe valid. I mean, maybe they shouldn't have posted that. But I think the general idea of, like, blaming people for adapting to the war and finding ways to still enjoy life or contribute in some other meaningful way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not blaming them.
Yeah.
I mean, I get what they're trying to say.
Yeah.
And it probably, I get their argument. Probably makes sense.
Yeah. And then, also, I mean, there is something to be said about, like, the reason why Ukraine and Russia have not drafted every single man into the war is because, like, they all know at some point the war is over. And so people need to return to normal life. And then you maintain some semblance of normal life while the war is even going on. So, like, there's, people still driving trucks in Ukraine, just delivering food rather than fighting on the front. And, I don't know if the dancers is a good equivalent to that, but, like, I think it's useful for a population to still have cultural production and economic production that's not tied to the war in some form.
I agree.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's why I produced it. Real.
Congratulations.
I'm just a real.
How did it go?
Patron of the arts.
Was the reception good?
I think the reception was very good. I think that it's a little bit of a dry topic. Obviously it's like dancers.
Was it a long movie?
Not too long. It was like an hour and 25. So that's fine. I think it's going to do pretty well. I think it'll get picked up.
It's going to be in theaters, or
it's in like limited theaters right now, like kind of indie.
Okay.
Like they're doing like a road show.
Okay.
And then pitch it to like the networks and film festivals and stuff. So we'll see. I put in like $100K.
Interesting.
So, but I didn't do it to get my money back. Like I just did it to support. Support the effort.
We appreciate it.
Support the effort. Get the word out about what's going on over there. But yeah, I think that it's I think I lean on the side of they have to keep some sort of normalcy during all this, because this could go on for a long time. Like, then you got Tucker running around over there. What's going on?
He's funny. Today we decided to interview the president of Russia. Let me explain why.
Oh yeah, what was his reason why? It was like,
well, he does this every time. He just interviewed the president or prime minister. I forget which one. I think president of Iran, and he says the same thing every time. It's just, and I mean, directionally it's correct, which is the Western media is not giving the perspective of the adversary. And so he just goes over there, and unfortunately, it's
he's like, you guys just don't believe everything that they say. Remember, he says that. He's they could say whatever.
Yeah.
But I think that some criticism of that is basically like that people can't discern. But I disagree with that criticism. I probably side with Tucker on this. Like that
people can't discern?
No. He thinks that people can.
Oh yeah.
That's why. And he's saying like you don't have to believe everything you hear from Putin or the Iranian president. And so it's okay to interview them and broadcast it.
The problem is with those types of individuals, though, is they massively overcompensate, I think. Like in terms of okay, the Western media is not giving Putin and the president of Iran their fair due in their perspective. So therefore, let me produce like an extraordinarily sycophantic piece
Yeah,
from their perspective, essentially.
I agree.
Like, I didn't watch the full Putin interview because, frankly, it was too long.
It was too long. I watched most of it.
Did you really?
Most of it.
What'd you think of it? Did it make you more sympathetic?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, but obviously I'm not really for Russia or anything.
No, of course.
My bias, but I think overall, I don't think it was really that useful. Like, meaning that the first hour was just like Putin railing about the history of Russia and like the historical basis for why he deserves this land, which was so ridiculous and so over the top.
What was the rest after that?
Then Tucker tried to get into like, he tried to actually challenge him. He tried to like get him to, say like, well, if that's the case, then why didn't you attack sooner? Kind of stuff, trying to get him on stuff. And he's like, well, it wasn't time yet.
That's so
basically.
That's hilarious.
It was a little bit of a ridiculous interview. Speaking of Russia, Ukraine, but maybe from a tech angle now, we talked a little bit about off air about the like new evasion modules, evasion modules.
Yeah.
So I recently saw like a mass drone strike on Ukraine. It was like 800 Shaheds or something.
Oh, it's crazy.
And they like got 95% of them though with anti-air.
Yeah.
So that seems pretty good. It seems like the counter drone tech is working. The question is it going to continue to work? We talked about this a little bit. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it.
Yeah, what I would say is, the general characterization of the war is like a cat and mouse game is like directionally true for almost every key capability, especially within UAS, like drones and counter drone systems. And so there was a interceptor that came out. I think I can talk about this. I'm not using any kind of crazy source, but Eric Schmidt's project in Ukraine, they do a bunch of drones and drone interceptor stuff, with various shrouds of secrecy over it. And so they have an interceptor, I think it's called the MEROPS, MEROPS, and essentially it's a Shahed interceptor. And so they started deploying that fairly recently, and it was like extraordinarily effective. Like it was 90% when it first came out. And then the folks that I've spoken to within Ukraine.
Is it like a drone?
Yeah, it's a drone interceptor.
It's another drone detonates?
Okay. Basically. And, the thing is, I mean, I don't even know if they have explosives on it. And the reality is if you just run into another flying object at a high velocity, you don't really need explosives. And then also the
hammer. If you hammer it.
It's basically the vector hammer. And
a big vector hammer.
Once they settle this lawsuit with RedCat, I think they're in a really good position to sue Eric Schmidt for infringing.
Exactly.
I'm just kidding. But anyway, the interception rate was like 90% is what I heard from the Ukrainians that I spoke to about it who are in that space. Now it's like 50%. And this is just like over the course of like week to week to week to week. Because the Russians figure out like, hey, we sent 400 Shaheds, only, 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 hit their target. Why did the ones that didn't hit their target fail? And so in this case, they started flying higher. They upgraded their motors is what I've heard. Obviously, they're using decoys as well. And then the thing that I was talking to you about off air is they also even now have evasion modules, which are a mix. So what I heard is...
is that like they just changed course?
Yeah, essentially. So what I've heard is they're... And by the way, something just to add as a disclaimer before I say this is this war does not have like standardization. So when I say like, oh, they're doing this or they're doing that or they have this now, it's like a bunch of different shops kind of doing things and like somewhat coordinating at some final centralized level.
Of course.
But
it's a free-for-all.
It's a free-for-all, really and truly. It's a Wild West. But anyway, they have these evasion modules where some of them have cameras on them, and the cameras essentially are just waiting to detect objects, like other drone interceptors, and essentially evading them. And then what I've also heard is that some of them have RWRs, which are radar warning receivers, which is what you would have on traditional, conventional fighter platforms. Essentially, it tells you when you're getting pinged by a radar, meaning that you're about to get locked onto and have an AMRAAM fired at you. And so the interceptor projects that are using radar and are radar guided, the Shaheds now have a capability, some of them, where they can detect that essentially and start evading, which is pretty sick when you think about it. You step back from the war, but you have drones evading drones. And
dude, it's going to be drone warfare is going to be so insane.
It's the drone ultimatum, some might say.
I mean, it is the drone ultimatum. But dude, I mean, think of it. We're just starting this. Like,
it's exceptionally early, and
this is we're still in year zero, bro. Like,
Yeah, I'm also
straight up.
I'm working on a essay about this as well. So if you're listening, don't steal my idea. But basically, it's talking about how we're essentially just replaying the first 10 years of planes. And you saw this with tanks and other weapons as well. But like, it's just very, very scrappy starting out. And if you look back at like World War One, you had like engines that they could only turn on or off. They didn't have throttles. So you either just like were going or not going. And they didn't have weapons on the planes because they hadn't yet figured out how to put machine guns on without shooting the propeller. And so you literally had stories of people throwing bricks at each other in midair and like, taking out your dueling pistol, not actually a dueling pistol, but your revolver, and just like
trying to
shooting the other pilots. And that's literally happening again. I mean, even, kind of a hybrid thing. The Ukrainians are now flying around these old twin-seater Yaks. Yaks are a Russian plane, where the dude in the back has a machine gun. And they fly next to Shaheds, and they literally shoot the Shaheds with a machine gun or shotgun. It's crazy.
No, that's what they're doing now. I saw that.
And so we're just in a phase where whatever works kind of thing, and that's what we're going to do. But, things get professional, and they realize what works and what doesn't work, and they start mass manufacturing it, essentially.
Maybe. I mean, I don't think we're close to that yet, though.
No, I don't think so at all. I don't think so at all. Because one of the key things here is we're so early on autonomy.
Yeah.
Like another useful thing, and probably a lot of your viewers already know this, but there is a very wide gap between where people say that they are at in terms of development and where things are actually at. Like the vast majority of autonomy, whether that's like automated target recognition or GPS navigation or anything like that, it's super early. These solutions do not work super well. They're not at a high TRL, you would say.
I know. And this is why, as like some people talk about a defense tech bubble, I don't really see it. I think we're so early. Like, because the products are so bad right now.
I agree. And then even if you look at where the money is being appropriated, like you look at the reconciliation bill, most of the money, not all of it, but most of the money is research and development dollars. These are not like large production contracts where we're like, hey, Andy, make 10 million of the Vector Hammer.
Yeah.
This is, Andy, here's $1 million, research how to better develop the Vector Hammer into being truly...
Andy, here's 50 mil to hammer me, bro. Hammer me. Oh my God, okay. When I was in the Navy, I swear to God, my second boss in the Navy, he was like the most boring bureaucrat ever. Okay. Like just the...
This is Navy nuclear.
Yeah, Navy nuclear program. Like obviously everyone's pretty boring in the Navy nuclear program except for me. I was awesome. But
still are, by the way.
Still are.
And everyone else is still really boring.
Yeah, exactly. Well, at least, we're trying to bring them along on the journey, though. So my boss, my group was responsible for implementing the next generation of instrumentation and control into the Ford-class carriers. That's very exciting job.
No, that's sick,
meaning,
actually.
Like a digital signal processing card.
Yeah.
We could get the new DSP card in.
Yeah.
So we designed, like we worked with the labs.
Put a touch screen in with the cool self-destruct button on it.
Yeah, we work with the labs, the primes. Our primes are different than the primes they're like Bechtel, Bettis, different labs and primes. Work with them. I wrote the requirements, blah, blah, blah. It's a very boring desk job. It sounds cool, but it's kind of a desk job. Anyway, my boss, I won't say his name, but we called him the nickname The Hammer.
Really?
But that's like a joke, though, because he's not the Hammer. He's like he's the exact opposite of what you would consider the Hammer.
That's so funny.
Be like, hammering, bro. I'd go to my best friend from the Navy, and be like, dude, my boss is hammering me again. He's trying to get me to get this paper done.
I mean, a hammer is going to do what a hammer is going to do.
But he wouldn't hammer. Like, he would literally give me months to do an assignment. Like, it's the opposite. Like, I had so much time.
Is Navy nuclear very easy? Like, is it kind of a low?
So it's obviously the program set by Admiral Rickover. We call it the program.
Yeah.
The program is very rigorous, know, and very disciplined. Technical discipline is the core value.
But from a work ethic perspective, it's a little bit slower.
That's purposely slow. You don't want to move too fast in Navy nuclear power. Like, we have a working power plant that works on all the submarines. You don't want to make too many.
Why not replace it with an SMR though?
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Here, you know my fucking trigger words. Okay. I think I saw there's pull up the Radiant. Oh, this is actually really good. Oh my God. There's a Radiant nuclear. I think it's from Jackson Moses, or there's a tweet from someone. Hold on. This is so fun. You're gonna fucking laugh your ass off on this. It might be from like a Lightspeed or something.
Did Lightspeed invest in Radiant?
I think all those like defense guys did. So this is a David Julevit. It's a A16Z guy. He's like A16Z is like a big investor in Radiant.
Okay.
This tweet goes, "We've signed an agreement with the DIUX and the U.S. Air Force under the Advanced Nuclear Power for Installations Program, ANPI, designed to deliver a nuclear reactor to a U.S. military base in 2028. So if you read it, the contract is designed to deliver, not to deliver, to be clear.
That's some good wording. I like that.
And then the VC retweets it. It's incredible speed of execution.
So I have a question for you.
It's been like fucking 30 years doing SMRs, bro.
Yeah. I have a question for you. So I think a lot of I have not personally invested in the SMR space. I am open-minded about nuclear and, in theory, very pro-nuclear, obviously. Yeah. Certainly I'm not like, an environmentalist who's like, oh, we can't have nuclear. Remember 3 Mile Island? Remember Chernobyl?
Yeah.
I'm not that. But one of the commonalities of all these SMR companies is they are going for the DoD route first because they can regulate their own reactors, obviously.
Exactly, like naval reactors.
Yeah, but so here's my question for you. Culturally, does Navy Nuclear ever want to outsource that capability? Or are they like, these are our reactors, don't let us touch them?
That would never, ever, 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 ever happen.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
So then how do these people go through DoD, or do they not? Do you think they all
Well, they're trying to put... They have an even worse idea. They're trying to put SMRs...
For like on-base power or whatever.
On a military base.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they're doing this.
Yeah, well, the argument that I've talked to a lot of these people...
Just put some solar panels out.
Well, I think they would argue that's not enough power. It's also not base load. Yeah, that's true.
Elon would say that's enough.
Yeah. I don't know. Tesla Optimus is going to demand a lot of power.
That's true.
But I think their argument is from a safety perspective, they just bury it. So there's not actually like worries versus a diesel generator. But do you think that's true? Like, do you think there's safety concerns or not really?
I mean, I think that it's just too expensive for how much power it's going to produce. Mm-hmm. Like, just use gas, diesel. Mm-hmm. I'm not seeing it. Mm-hmm. But I'm willing to be proven wrong. They can come on the podcast and tell me how
you're gonna look really dumb when 3 years from now ACS signs a partnership with one of these companies to do like laser powered, nuclear powered drone interception.
Yeah, I'm not holding my breath for the SMR space. Like I think that.
What about any of them? Because there's different classes, obviously.
I think the bigger the reactor, the better.
Okay.
So as you go higher megawatt, then I'm in.
Just economies of scale, essentially.
Yeah, like if you're gonna do a reactor, do a reactor. Like these little like shipping container things that you're gonna like send around and be like, my reactor fits in a shipping container and it barely produces much power. I'm not buying it.
What about the data center argument?
What to power?
No, that's what a lot of these companies are trying to sell to. They're trying to
the
sell
SMRs.
Yeah, they're trying to sell to data centers now.
I mean, they're gonna need a lot of SMRs. At that point, you may as well have one giant reactor.
I agree. I think so.
But I think that people say that it's better from a regulatory perspective, but that's no reason to build something. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't build something because it gets around regulations. You should build something that is actually good.
Yeah, that's
not
true.
To be like,
but every startup has to compromise a little bit on that.
Not really. I mean,
you don't think so?
Did Uber? No, they just broke the law.
Okay. So that's a good message to the nuclear startups who are listening here. Just break the law. Do what you need to do. Build a reactor.
Dude, build a reactor and then people will be like, wow, there's so much power coming out of this. We can't.
Yeah, and listen, if the U.S. doesn't support you in doing it, go to whoever does. Iran, North Korea.
I mean, whoever.
China will support you.
China's building a lot of thorium reactors. A lot of reactors in general.
Do you think thorium's a meme or no?
No, that's real.
Okay, I like thorium personally.
No, those are real.
Germany used to have thorium reactors. My understanding is they shut them all down though.
Well, Germany got rid of their reactors.
Well, yes, but I think the thorium reactors separately from the uranium ones were shut down for unknown purposes.
Yeah,
I just haven't read it enough.
I think my takeaway on the SMR space is that I just think that investors get excited about something that doesn't exist yet, that's like not being sold yet. It's a green field, blue ocean, and then they like think they can pick a winner. But the problem is I don't know if they realize that there might not be any winner. There might not be any space. That's the only thing I'm concerned about for the investments there. I mean, I wouldn't put money there at all. I would rather put my money in almost anything else.
Steve, 90% of my portfolio is in nuclear. Can we cut this part out? I'm just kidding. I've invested in a nuclear company.
Putting this segment in is like a lot of investors do not like me talking about this. They're like, Steve,
stop talking. They're probably going to say you're paid by Big Coal or something.
Big oil, big coal. I know.
Yeah. Drone Ultimatum, sponsored by British Petroleum.
No, whoever's listening, I'm willing to be wrong on this.
Yeah, you should bring on it. Have you brought on nuclear people?
I mean, Jack, we need to get some SMR people on to defend this.
Yeah. Because we ragged on it last time, too. I feel like we need the other side.
I mean, I'm pretty much always ripping on this and 3D printing.
You don't like 3D printing?
No.
None of it? Like nothing in added?
Okay, is there anything on this 3D printed? No.
I don't think so, no.
China looks at us with all these 3D printer companies, and they're like, oh my God, Americans suck so bad.
They do that for everything.
Because 3D printing's like cope. Mm-hmm. It's like, we can't manufacture, so we're going to just like, let's print some shit. Mm-hmm. Let's print some stuff.
You don't think we're going to be 3D printing drones on the edge?
No. I don't think we will at all. It doesn't make any, like, imagine you're in battle, and you're like, okay, hold on, let me fire up my 3D. Hold on, guys. We're under attack.
Getting closer.
The enemy's encroaching. Fire up the printers. Fire them up, bro. It only takes 1.5 days to print one drone.
And the 3D printer breaks every 45 seconds.
I'm not sure if people have actually like watched a drone get 3D printed before. Well, first of all, you can't 3D print all of it, like pretty much none of it. But the parts you can print take forever. Mm-hmm. So it's like,
I mean, they're used a lot in Ukraine. I mean, some of the factories that I saw were literally just floor-to-ceiling 3D printers, essentially.
No, of course.
But, you know, not the ideal.
And if you actually had a factory,
right, exactly,
you'd be pumping out 100 times more.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it's like, I get why they do that, though. That's all they've got. And they can't afford the CapEx for a factory.
I think the high-level defense is, you know, you need some degree of modularity and flexibility from like a retooling perspective for whatever future conflict we face. So
I don't know if you do. It's like Iranian
so?
Shahed. Iran doesn't need flexibility. They just print the same drone over and over again.
One capability. Yeah, I mean, that's
fair.
fair.
But how many capabilities do you really need?
I mean, as shown by Iran, a lot more than just Shaheds, apparently.
Well, they need to upgrade the software in them to dodge some anti-air, but like the actual the form factor, you don't need a lot of variability in that.
Well, I just mean like clearly one-way attack munitions were not enough for Iran to do anything to Israel, basically.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But I think that they just don't want to do anything. They just it's like a kind of a theater. They're like, let me just lob some stuff at you guys.
You don't think they care? I like that. That's a good take.
I don't think they actually want to win. Like they were like trying to decimate. They were just trying to like perform for their population.
Do you think they could decimate though if they wanted to?
Dude, imagine if their attack was successful. Mm-hmm. They would get ripped up. They don't want to like have it. They're doing exactly what they want to do. Mm-hmm. Unless you believe they're that dumb. Like think about it. Why would they want to actually like succeed in a fucking 7,000 attack Shahed attack? Like,
what do you mean? Like
let's say
retaliation?
They lie. Yeah. You know what? The U.S. will just come in and bust them up.
No, I agree.
Like, do they really even want to win? No.
Yeah.
They want to like tell their population that we showed them. We showed them.
I will say one of the coolest things that came out of that conflict was the Apache gun feeds. Did you see these videos?
No.
They were using.
Wait, can we see that?
They were using the 30 millimeter cannon.
Jack,
it's a 30
let's
millimeter.
pull that
Maybe
shit
it's 25 millimeter. But they were using the chain gun on the Apache.
Apache. What can we search?
Apache Shahed. That should come up. Yeah. Look at the night vision one. Do the night vision one.
Oh,
the third one. That's the sickest one.
Привет, друзья.
Oh, we found the Russian video. What is going on in your YouTube search algorithm?
Bro, oh my God. We have a Russian.
This is not a good look.
This is not a good look. We have a Russian spy here.
Look at that, though.
Look how much they're leading the target there.
Yeah. And do you know what they need? Is they need an actual targeting solution.
Yeah.
Because that's a manual pilot.
Maybe we should help them out.
I think you should help them out.
Well, not the Russians.
Not the Russians.
But the Ukrainians.
The Ukrainians.
Did they actually hit it here?
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, yeah, they hit it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so sexy. Oof.
Dude. That's imagine that's your job to like shoot those
dude,
down.
I would do that.
That would be
listen.
badass.
If you're out there and you're an IDF recruiter and you're part of an Apache squadron, I'm open.
Yeah.
Hire me. I'll be the guy that shoots down the Shaheds.
Bro, it's a scary job.
But that's what we need, man. We need cannons like that.
So you really don't think that a gun interceptor is good, even though they do that right now?
Like a flying drone. interceptor with a gun on it.
Autonomous helicopter with a gun. Autonomous gun. I mean, whatever.
I
Could be anything.
think that in theory it could work, but I think baby steps, Steve. I think we should start with turrets.
Well, no, I'm not saying I can't give away my product strategy on air, dude. Like, obviously.
Of course, you can't do that.
I mean, I have like multiple times. Whatever.
Do they know the name?
No, actually, I like to do this as a strategy where I give away my product roadmap, but I give away like a shitty one.
Well, you have to mislead people.
No, I did that. Like, I did this at Bbot. Like,
Yeah.
I talked about all the different features I was going to build for online or QR code ordering.
Yeah.
And like the Toast team was like writing them all down and like doing them.
I love that.
And it was like all horrible. And like
By the way, Ukraine, very ahead in restaurant tech. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
I know they are.
Yeah, you can scan a QR code, pay and split, and use Apple Pay.
Dude,
It's amazing.
I tried to build this in the US, but
Can't do it. Only Ukrainians
no,
can do
the
it.
US hates it.
Yeah.
They don't like it.
Yeah.
If people in the US don't get a paper menu, they freak out. They're like,
I get pissed about it.
I've been working all day. I don't want to be on my phone anymore.
COVID is over.
I need a paper menu. I can't believe I'm here and they're making me scan a QR code. What kind of restaurant is this?
Yeah,
That's literally what I would say.
that's fair.
Because they're entitled here.
Well, I think part of it is none of those services are very few, and no one actually uses this Toast feature that supports it. They don't support payments.
Yeah.
So
True.
the Ukrainians support payments.
But we supported payments.
No, I
That's
know.
why-
I'm sure.
But
That's
I'm
why you guys got acquired for
Yeah,
what was
whatever.
it, $3 billion?
$3 billion. No, 100 plus million, but whatever. Anyways, but I went to these women that were bitching about this one time when I was my own product manager of my company, obviously. And I went to a table. They were all bitching about the QR code menus.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, hey guys, did you know that the owner here spends $800 a month on reprinting menus?
Wow.
And so 800 times 12 is, $9,600 a year. He's saving $10,000 for his family every year by having you.
Did that change their opinion at all?
And they said, we do not care about this owner. They're like, whatever, $10,000.
Who cares?
What about my enjoyment of reading a menu?
Yeah.
Entitled Americans. Americans.
I
Then-
kind of sympathize with that, though.
Yeah,
It's like the Kindle crowd. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you want a paper book, buy a paper book.
that's true. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I understand. Like, it's cultural. And
I think it's also the shittiness of the form factor, like having to sit there like a boomer.
get this closer to you.
Yeah. You have to sit
Yeah.
there like a boomer and, like,
Yeah.
have it recognize the QR code with
Yeah.
the camera open, and you click it, and it's like a horrible HTML only website with a shitty menu.
Look, obviously, Bullfrog is much better than Bbot. Like,
I think
you
so,
know, I
yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
I've learned a lot.
But you guys are just using DoorDash IP, obviously.
But it's the same. There's a lot of parallels.
Really?
A lot of parallels in that, when we started QR code ordering, they'd be like, no one wants to QR code order in America. We started Bullfrog. Like, no one wants to shoot down these drones.
Yeah.
We want to zap them.
I think, Steve Jobs famously said that Henry Ford.
Yeah.
If he asked his customer what kind of drone interceptor they wanted, he would have just said a better Stinger missile.
Yeah.
But you said a turret that shoots them down.
I'm a modern day Henry Ford.
Well, we don't want to say that because he was a Nazi.
Oh.
Steve Jobs, you're modern day.
I'm a modern day Steve Jobs. No,
We don't want to say that because he didn't take care of his child. And
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We shouldn't love our heroes. What's the saying?
Never meet your hero.
Never meet your heroes.
Yeah, never meet your heroes.
Wait, Henry Ford was a Nazi?
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
He had like a picture of Hitler on his desk or something. Like
What?
That. You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Okay.
very
All
interesting.
right. Let's not clip that. Let's not.
No, let's keep that in. You didn't know.
No, keeping it in, but it's
Yeah,
funny.
You apologize.
Steven, he loves Henry Ford. Some
Yeah.
reporter is going to read that.
Yeah. Well, this episode had some good bits to
There's some reporter was interviewing me the other day at Reindustrialize,
Oh, really?
and they were like, I was just like railing off on some random thing, like kind of SMRs or whatever the topic was,
Mm-hmm.
just going off in the Steve way. And she was like, we were just going to cover like Anduril because it's like a real company. But she's like, after talking to you for like 10 minutes, I'm definitely going to cover you now.
Do you think that's good? Do you think all press is good press?
Yes.
Really?
I do think all press is good press. Even though if it hurts my feelings, I still think it's, attention is all you need. Like, I do think that was probably going to go down as like the greatest one-liner in all of tech history.
The paper
And the line.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that whoever wrote that paper, which the four...
It's a genius title.
Genius title, And on top of that, like, it is true. They saw it, and they saw it 10 years before everyone else or whatever. They realized that, like, that is the key to making AI, basically. Like, you need everyone. And I think that's what you're seeing with GPT-5. I don't know if you've seen, like, the new GPT-5.
I tried it,
but it's like slightly worse.
Kind of sucks,
But it's the gamble, right? Is that everyone on one model, make it really accessible, make it cheap to use, even though it's a little worse. It'll get better over time next time. But we're now consolidating into everyone using the same AI.
So sad relative to expectations, though. We were supposed to all be turned into paper clips by now.
Yeah, well, have you actually seen the movie Companion?
No, it's not.
You pull up the...
Sounds like a Her. Is it like Her?
Better.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, Her is like more classic.
Yeah.
Pull up Companion. This movie is crazy. I watched this on the plane back from...
it's 2025. It's new.
I watched this on the plane back from Romania. Okay. This is like an AI, like, fuck doll.
Oh, he plays a guy named Patrick. Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah, just click onto the big poster. Yeah. Does it get bigger or no? What the fuck? That's weird.
Oh, wait, I did see this.
You saw it?
I saw it. I saw this film. They're in the log cabin or whatever.
When did you see it?
I don't
No, whatever.
remember.
You don't need to play. Oh, that's fine. Okay. So they're like an AI, like, sex robot or whatever, but it looks like a human.
Sure.
And he goes into the cabin. I'm not going to spoil it for the listener because everyone should watch it. But, like, basically, long story short, it's like a sci-fi drama thriller mystery. You've seen it. I mean,
big category now, too. The Megan Fox movie, very similar. Have you seen that one?
What's that one?
She's like a robot house servant that they buy. And then, I mean, I guess I shouldn't spoil this one either.
Yeah, okay. Well, so that's a similar.
Very similar.
I want to watch that, too.
Great. It's on Netflix.
Okay, nice. Yeah. I was actually watching on Netflix the other day. Very good rom-com.
Really?
It's a Kristen Bell. You remember seeing Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Twilight?
Yeah. No. Sorry, not Kristen Stewart.
I see.
Kristen Bell, the blonde.
Okay.
You've seen Nobody Wants This? Do you like that?
Wait, Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
No. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, I know. But the same actress, Kristen Bell, the blonde, she's in a new... Nobody Wants This. Now, this right here is, if you want a lighthearted... If everyone listening wants to, like, get away from the war and all of the sadness, this is a highly recommended rom-com.
Like
amazing show.
It's a show.
Yeah, you know how girls that talk about, like, the ick, getting the ick. You know what that is?
Of course.
Yeah. This really popularized that.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's a show, not a movie.
It's a show, and it's very good.
You've seen both seasons?
Next season comes out next month.
Can I just read the description? An agnostic sex podcaster and a newly single rabbi fall in love, discovering if their relationships survive their wildly different lives and meddling families.
Yeah, very good. Hilarious. Yeah, read that in Jordan Peterson's voice now.
I could do that.
Yeah.
Should I actually?
You have to do a Jordan Peterson impression before we go, obviously.
I mean, what would he say in this case? An agnostic sex podcaster. I mean, what are we really talking about there? He's agnostic. Well, what does that word really mean? Sex. What does that mean? Okay. And then we have to define podcaster. What does that word mean? That's just how he talks.
That's how he
defines.
Well, no,
You know, that comes from a famous clip. I forget the question, but he's like, I forget what it was.
It's an instantiation of a patriarchal mode of being.
Someone asked him, does God exist or something like that?
Yeah.
He said, well, first you have to define those words. What does mean? What does God mean? And what does exist mean?
Depends on what your definition is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
I mean, honestly,
I haven't seen him recently, by the way. Is he okay?
I don't know. I think he's back now.
He was back and he started wearing these eccentric suits, and then he also disappeared again.
Yeah.
But he goes through phases. Like this is going to be wrong, but I think he was in Russia for like a year and a half or something, just in a coma. Are you familiar with this?
Yeah.
Because he was like getting off of benzos or something.
And he was only eating meat for a long time. He became a carnivore.
Ever seen the apple cider video?
No.
He's like, I ate apple cider. He's on Joe Rogan. I ate apple cider vinegar without realizing it, and I didn't sleep for 30 days. And Joe was like, what do you mean you didn't sleep for 30 days? He's like, I didn't sleep for 30 days. And Joe is like, you can't, I mean, obviously you slept in 30 days. You can't not sleep for 30 days. No, I didn't sleep at all. It's just like, okay, wow. And then that's when Joe will ask like 2 or 3 questions. then he'll just get broken down and be like, all right, I'm not going to push you. He's like, oh, wow, 30 days.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's a classic joke. I mean, that's what I do here.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan for
You
defense.
can't push back too much.
No. That's why I want to bring on all these people, like the SMR people, Epirus. I want to bring on like 3D printer people and let them do it.
I am very open-minded about SMR stuff.
I know I was ripping on it.
Yeah.
I am open-minded.
Yeah.
I don't from my background in nuclear engineering, I don't necessarily see it, but I'm willing to. I haven't done enough research in it. Like, I'm willing to be like, okay, you're wrong.
Yeah,
I'll do it. I don't care. I just don't like. It just seems like such a weak source of power for all the effort that goes into it.
Yeah,
juice not worth the squeeze to me. But
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, but wait. Oh, the other one on Jordan Peterson that I really like is when he's. Have you ever watched him like against like Sam Harris? Have you ever watched those?
I think I've seen clips.
Those are great. They like go on about the existence of God for like 3 hours in front of like live audiences. And Sam Harris a lot of times is just like, I don't even know how to respond. Because he talks about like how stories matter. Like Jordan Peterson will be like, just like random. He's like how you find like all the content in like random like stories like Noah's Ark.
I love that. Or it's just random mentions of Solzhenitsyn.
Oh yeah.
When Alexander Solzhenitsyn was in the gulag, all they gave him was a piece of bread, and that was his food for the day. Like, that's all he ate. And, you know, as I think about it, I mean, he's the instantiation of really the patriarchal mode of being. Well, yeah, that's bloody well right.
That's bloody well right. Yeah, I like when he...
Exactly. He just, like, talks to himself.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he answers himself.
Yeah.
We got to start doing that.
I think it's important to have, like, memorable quirks like that, for sure.
Yeah, like, when you're in like, for sales,
he overdoes it now, though. Now he wears these, like, weird suits.
Oh, he went, like, too much.
Yeah. And he was eccentric enough. He had the perfect...
Who's, like, the next one, you know? Like, who's going to be the next, like, funny, like, person we follow like this? I want to find, like, the next Jordan Peterson.
I think Alex Jones is kind of over with. Jordan Peterson's over with.
Yeah.
I think Tucker's Night Moment in the Sun might be over with.
Yeah. Sam Harris is done.
Oh, way done. Yeah.
He got canceled, basically. He, like, went against Elon and stuff. And
really? Is that why he got canceled?
I
never really listened to him, to be honest.
He became, like, less popular. I still listen to him, but he's, like, kind of a lib. Yeah. Which is like, whatever, though. I mean,
I think there's a big vacuum in the market for now for like pseudo-intellectual. We should...
Dude, oh my God.
Huge vacuum in the market.
All right, after I raise the Series B, let's launch a spin-off podcast, but we're the pseudo-intellectuals.
We just comment on everything.
What's the topic? Or what would it be called? Sam Harris is called Making Sense, which is like
I think it would be like Truth Seekers or something. Yeah. Something completely meaningless. And we're Truth Seekers.
We're just... Yeah. Dude, we need to read a ton of philosophy.
Yeah.
And then we need to just apply it to every sort of current event.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what they do.
Or we should reference something in Greek philosophy, like the cave.
And we need to get, we need to do that. And we need to get like a Jordan Peterson was big on like cleaning your room or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like
we need lines.
We need like a whole like thing about like cleaning your room or some analog to that, but we need one of those.
And it needs to appeal to young men without direction. That's the other key ingredient.
Well, yeah, because those men need to clean their room. Like, obviously.
They do. Yeah.
But we can come up with something different, like, wash your face or something. Well, I'm working. I mean, we'll figure it out. But
wash your face.
Unwashed masses.
Yeah. Now it has to be something that's very achievable that still no one will do, and that's the beauty of clean your room. It's so easy, but no one's actually going to do it.
No,
wash your face is good. That's similar.
Yeah, it sounds profound.
Yeah, clean your hair.
Like
that doesn't make sense.
If you can't even wash your face, like how can you do the rest of your day?
Yeah.
You know.
Organize your closet.
Oh my God! Speaking of, before we have to wrap, because I know we have a guy visiting me here. We're gonna hang out tonight, right?
We're gonna hang out tonight.
We're going to Georgetown.
Gonna go to Georgetown. So
G-Town.
Yeah.
Summer's almost over too.
Right.
Let's go to Martin's. You know Martin's?
What is that?
I like that bar. You know Martin's? You been to that bar?
There's a Four Seasons in Georgetown, right?
We'll go there too.
Okay, it's a nice bar.
I think Bill Gates owns that.
Really?
Yeah, it's his.
Wow. Farmland and Four Seasons.
Someone's gonna fact check me on that, but I always say he owns it.
I think generally speaking, you can say that Bill Gates or BlackRock own everything and be directionally correct.
Yeah, exactly. Like
those are my favorite kinds of conspiracies, by the way. Like people who don't understand how mutual funds work.
Oh yeah,
they just buy everything.
Yeah.
And so they're like, well, wait a second. The owner of this company is BlackRock.
Yeah. And they own 20% of it. Can you believe it?
And the former analyst at BlackRock now runs this company.
I thought you picked a southern draw.
I know. I know. There's nothing wrong with Southern people. But
No, you just ripped on them hard there, though.
I just
That's dark. That's dark. Okay, so we're doing that tonight, and we're gonna get into some shit. And but we're gonna keep the outer gates closed, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be. I'm gonna have 2 martinis or something.
I'm gonna have 0.
Yeah,
Now
you're not drinking.
I'm on a full detox.
You're not drinking.
Yeah, because I'm healthy now. I'm locking in until we go public.
Yeah.
Locked in until ACS goes public.
I recently got into martinis, so I'm gonna have 1 or 2. I think.
No,
I just got a new recipe, by the way, from a lawyer, and you can trust lawyers for everything related to alcohol recommendations. And so my new recipe, please, again, if you're listening to this, don't steal it. It's a Kettle One martini, no vermouth, and then what's the other one? You say extra cold or extra chilled or something like that. I think they put ice in it.
Yeah, no. So what it is you want it. This is my order.
This is dirty too, by the way.
So my order's a little different. It's Kettle One martini. Well, actually, it's usually gin, but if I'm doing vodka,
I usually do gin too.
But if I do vodka, it'd be Kettle One.
Mm-hmm.
You load the shaker with ice and tell them to shake it really fucking hard.
Okay.
No vermouth.
No vermouth
And
is
they
a
say
key
up,
upgrade.
so then you get ice chips.
What does up mean?
Up just means like no ice.
Oh, okay.
Or like no like. What does up mean? Yeah, that's a good question. It sounds cool. I would say up.
I don't know what any of it means, but I just do this order now.
Whatever. Anyways, so then they shake it really hard. Then they have, so when you get it there, you can see the ice chips in it because they shook it so hard. So it's just vodka with ice. It's super cold.
That makes it easier to drink.
And chilled. Okay.
Chilled and
Chill, shaken or stirred.
Yeah.
Wait, so that's something else I don't understand. Shaken, not, okay, I get it now. Never mind. But that's what Bond says, right? Shaken, not stirred.
Yeah. And then
that's more Sean Connery.
Oh, did you see the new Bond? Who's going to be the new Bond?
Yeah, who is it?
Who's the new James Bond? It's you're going to like this. New James Bond.
Is it going to be someone I don't like?
No. What the fuck?
No.
Tom Holland.
No way.
Yeah. Oh no, they're just deciding if it's Tom Holland or not.
Ooh.
Dude, you know who it should be? It's Pedro Pascal.
No. No.
And did you watch Gladiator 2?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
that was actually pretty good.
No.
Dude, it was pretty good.
That actually offends me coming from you because for the viewers who don't know, Steve can quote the entire first Gladiator.
No.
From memory.
It was not
single
good.
File.
Do they have good horses in Spain? Yes, they do. I like you, Spaniard. I shall cheer for you.
Did any of you serve in the army?
Yeah.
I served with you at
Van Navarro. Lucius.
Good. You can help me then.
What is your name? Lucius Ferris. After my mother. And then he hides. I mean, I can quote the whole movie. I've watched the movie 1,000 times.
No, there was a moment, I think it was in Austin, when we were shouting the lines of Gladiator on the streets.
I know them all. I mean, I like the part where Commodus kills his father, but right before he talks about all his virtues. And he's like, there are many virtues. Yeah.
My favorite part's the opening, when he's like, and if you find yourself riding in green fields and pastures, then fear not.
With the sun on your face.
With the sun on your face.
Do not be troubled. I
know.
You're
already dead.
No, for you're in Elysium.
Oh, yes.
I know the whole movie, bro. Rounders and Gladiator, I can quote both.
I just saw Rounders for the first time recently.
First time? You know, I've watched that 1,000 times.
I just saw
1,000 times.
I just rewatched Burn After Reading with Malkovich.
Such a good movie. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But in Rounders, my favorite line is from Worm. He's like, I'm not going to go play the game straight up, then go get some real fucking job. I always see an egg. I see a mark. I take it down.
That's Edward Norton?
Yeah.
That's so good.
That's the best line in the movie.
No. Pay this man. He's
mine.
Yeah,
obviously John Malkovich is amazing. But I still think Worm, where he goes. What?
We should do an ACS movie night.
Dude, we should. We should for sure. Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to go meet my guy. This was sick. Obviously, you're pretty much my favorite guest, so you'll be on for round 3 soon. And I'm coming on your podcast.
Round 4, technically, because the first episode never got
That's
released.
true. That's the deep cuts, though. We're gonna have that's in the archives.
Really?
That's in the archives.
Okay.
We're gonna use AI to enhance the sound and then release that one day.
Yes.
Actually, we should try to use that AI to enhance sound.
Yeah.
All right, Pat. Later, bro.